What's up, guys? It's Citrusy, and well, I'm back in this little dirt shack that we built probably a few days ago at this point. I haven't actually played this in a while. Been quite busy. Life's been happening. Oh, it's dark. Okay. Oh. So, I mean, I'll crack on with building that house, and I can fill you in on what I've been up to, and we can obviously have a chat and see how things are with everyone. So I hope everyone's well. You know, whatever you're up to in life, whether you're working or studying or just relaxing, I hope you're well. And that is a creeper right next to the house I've built, and now it's next to the dog that I haven't named. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm being double teamed. Come on. Oh no. He flew. And he didn't die. Well, he's not aggroed anymore, so I guess that's a benefit of that situation that just took place. This looks to me like too many blocks. If anyone gets what I mean by that, is I'm assuming that this mod pack might make it so that creepers don't destroy blocks when they blow up, because usually when a creeper blows up a hole, you sort of don't get the amount of blocks you would expect back. You lose a couple here and there, like the explosion sort of destroys them permanently. But with that, that doesn't seem to have happened. So immediately you might notice, if you have watched my previous episode, that we have expanded the build, because I didn't want to do everything on camera. The moment the episode ended, I quickly made a decision, and that was to... Oh, I haven't switched that back yet. Let's just put that on the floor. I'm worried that there's a creeper going to sneak up on me still. Yeah, I made the decision to stick with the birch. Reason being is I had said I wanted a birch house, and then I sort of started having doubts because I thought it looked a bit too cold. But, you know, this is a infinite world, so there's no reason why this isn't the birch house. And I'm going to make a spruce house over there, or whatever over there, you know, so plenty of time. And I started to do a bit of renovating and just kind of continued on with the build. And this episode is going to mostly be probably me sorting out this build, although I do like the kind of idea of doing a very quick cut now between like building this very quickly. As you can see, I've done a bit of an interior. I don't like this yet, but I've just kind of started on it, and I really like the look. It's really kind of cozy, has that kind of beta look to it. One thing I have against builds like this is windows. I don't like windows, or too many windows in my houses, especially the bedroom, which, if you remember, if you watched my previous episode when we were up there in that little cave, you can see the door sort of over there. I explained how I always have to make a separate room where I put the bed. I don't know why. It's a weird thing I do in Minecraft, where like it's almost like I'm trying to hide away. I don't want anything looking in. I don't want to feel like the world is sort of watching me, and I still do that. Ooh, that didn't work. I still do that even today. Like, I always find a way to build it, and this house will be the same. So my plan is to have this area here, so like down to here. I might have to move the staircase actually, and then along to here be like a balcony. So this will be an interior, and then it'll be like an L-shaped interior essentially, and maybe I'll fit an attic in here if I can. Somewhere in there's going to be the bedroom, and somewhere in there I will probably block out every window and make it so it's nice and enclosed, and it feels sort of like an escape away from the terrible outside that is Minecraft at night time, which is usually dangerous. So whilst we build, I guess it's worth talking about sort of, well, anything in life, and for me it's yeah, it's been an interesting time for me. I've had a very busy few days. I don't know when I last filmed an episode, but I essentially, since that episode, I've had like a really chaotic and rough time in life. And you know, I'm not gonna get all doom and gloom on people. This is why, like, I'm not in a bad mood now, and I'm not in a tough spot so much at the moment, albeit things certainly haven't changed. But yeah, I've had to deal with the wonders that life bring. I've had to deal with a lot of just uncertain, like I've had to deal with a lot of random things that have come up that have basically had no sort of no sort of like way to avoid, almost like I'll put it to you guys as simple as possible. I like had, for example, my car, because I have a car, or I had a car. It got hit by someone. I wasn't in the car. It wasn't like an accident. I just went to my car one morning and I went, oh, my car's been hit, and it was like a bit of a pain. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just keep driving the car, because the car could still be driven. It didn't have any issues in that regard. I could still drive the thing, which was lovely. What a treat that was, you know. If we've got to find the upside in things that happen to you in life, I could still drive the car. It wasn't that damaged. It was just like kind of dented, and the dent I thought wasn't too bad. So obviously then I take it to a garage, and they tell me that the damage is very bad and that it will cost me about £2,000, which I don't know if you know this, if you're watching. That's a lot of money, and when you're someone like me, I'm a certain age, in my 20s, let's just put it, you don't just have £2,000 usually lying around. I kind of do at the moment because I'm saving for a house, but that money's for a house, so it was like, okay, what am I going to do here then? So they told me I went, okay, well, I can claim in my insurance, as you know, I'm a functioning man. I've got insurance, you know, as you do. I've gone up here for no reason. I needed to make trapdoors. But yes, I'm a man who is, you know, I've got car insurance, as you should. If you have a car, you'd be very silly not to. And my cat is meowing. So I have car insurance, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just claim on the car insurance. You know, it's a pain. It's not good to claim on your insurance, which is a crazy concept to me that I can't wrap my head over it even to this day. Like, insurance, right? The whole point of insurance, whether it be health insurance, house insurance, you know, an insurance on a telly, the whole point of an insurance is it covers you if that thing gets damaged, or if you get ill, let's say, or in America, you know, you might claim because you'll have an injury and your insurance covers most of the cost. Great. What a wonderful, you know, system. But then they punish you. You just use the insurance. So now your monthly insurance cost goes up. And it's like, I get it. They didn't want to pay out. But essentially, insurances are designed that if you end up wanting to claim on them, you're sort of almost encouraged not to. And that happens in England all the time. Like, so if you get like home insurance in England, for example, and your boiler, for example, breaks, instead of claiming on your insurance, because that will just make it so that you have to pay a down payment, or you have to, you know, your monthly payments go up. You just go call a boiler, like a repairman, you know, someone to come out and just fix it privately, and you'll pay him like 200 quid or 250 quid because you didn't claim, because you don't want to claim, because if you do, you get punished. It's a very weird, I don't know, anti-life system, and it's the same thing with my car. I knew that by claiming on my car, I was going to have to pay more on my insurance every month now, because God forbid, when my car actually breaks and someone hits into it and I claim, my insurance company's like, oh, that's annoying, you should have done that, now we're going to have to up that because you used it. And it's like, well, what was I meant to do? It was £2,000. So anyway, that is the end of that rant. I'll try and cut that down because that was a rant and a half. Let's sleep. I send my car off to be fixed, and I find out the same day that the car is not, supposedly in their words, not economically worth fixing. And what that means, essentially, for anyone that doesn't know, is they don't deem, essentially the cost of repairing that car is worth more than the car is actually worth anyway. And my car is worth about probably £6,000. So they're claiming that the cost of fixing the door and like this underbit is more than £6,000, so they're not going to do it. I get told that on a phone call whilst I'm working, by the way, and I was having a really like stressful work week, and they just they told me that, and then I went, so what now then? Do I not have a car anymore? And they said, yeah, essentially you don't own a car now. And I went, okay. And I just sort of sat there and thought, well, that's a weird premise, isn't it? I just don't have a car now. The car is gone. And I did nothing to deserve it, even though, like, you know, I'm not gonna talk like, you know, fate has ruined me, but it was essentially like I never got my car hit. These people just hit me whilst I'm parked outside my house. So yeah, that was a joy in my week. Right, so anyway, that's the rant over. I just thought I'd like get that out there for anyone that's like not maybe dealing with insurances in life right now. Like, this is genuinely something that completely took me by surprise. Like, obviously I knew that one day I'd have to deal with insurances, but did I ever expect that I would just lose my car one morning, basically? And no. So currently I'm carless, and I will be probably without a car now for like a few months, because I'm again, this is more information about my life, but I'm currently in the process of like buying my first home, because again, in England, if you're a normal person in England, you know that owning a home in England is very, very hard, unless because nothing's affordable. It's always like getting locked into a long mortgage plan, so you're paying that off for like 30 years, whatever, or you need a really big deposit, which means you need to have saved like, God knows, 20,000-30,000 pounds or something, which many people in life cannot save that kind of money, because it's very hard these days. Everything is up in price. Again, I'm not trying to be all doom and gloom. This is just how things are, and I'm just trying to make it like, just trying to explain it as simply as possible without coming across like I'm sort of complaining. But yeah, that's just how my week has been. And like, again, I don't think this is the first episode I've actually began talking about like what's happened in my life, because usually my talking is about the game, Minecraft, and I'm sure I've got plenty to say about Minecraft, but right now I'm literally just building, so not much to say. You guys can sort of see what I'm doing, just building this lovely house. Okay, let's have a little door there. Cool. Bam. We need more glass for this, so let's go get some of that. This will have to move, this staircase, but that's fine, we can sort that. But yeah, I just thought, like, again, I might cut this all out, or at least cut this down massively, but I just thought I'd like sort of share with people, like, what happens in some people's lives, and I'm sure everyone's dealing with their own issues, so I definitely don't treat mine like there's some sort of special. On top of that, I've had like the worst week of work, and again, I won't delve too much into it because my job is kind of private, but I think people have mentioned in a previous episode that I'm an editor, video editor for a YouTube channel, and just man oh man, like being an editor is I love it. It's my passion. I've always liked editing. That's why I'm doing this video series in my free time, because I like to edit, so I just want to keep doing it when I'm not even working. But like last week was a string of me like working sort of into the evenings, so I couldn't film any of these episodes. So actually, I really wanted to film some of this, but I couldn't. I just didn't have time. I was basically working all night to get something out on time. Let's just say that the video that I produced ended up being taken down because of copyright and some other stuff that I can't again go into, but it just meant that my whole week of like working late shifts was a complete waste of time, and the video is not even up anymore. It was really like depressing, and I found out about it on my weekend, which is the worst time you want to hear about work. But again, as an editor, it always feels a bit like you can't escape work. I work from home, so I'm currently sat at the PC that I don't work from, but to my left is my PC I work from, so I am always next to my work. And right now I could just boot up the laptop and start editing for work, and I wouldn't be paid for it, but I could, and that's a really dangerous thing to do. And I'm moving house hopefully soon, where I'm going to try and separate these things a bit more, so that we have a bit more of a work-life balance, a bit healthier. That tree is massive. How long has it been that tall? Am I like seeing things? That is a tall tree. I like the little trunk. I didn't put that there. I really wanted to just not work and sit on this PC and honestly just film a bit of Minecraft and talk to some people. And when I say talk to people, I literally mean like talk to you guys. Like, I know that I don't have any sort of like consistent viewers yet, or anyone that's sort of like consistently saying, like checking on how I'm doing, but it doesn't matter. I don't do that for this. I'm not here to try and get a following. I'm not here to try and become a famous YouTuber or anything. I know it's hard to sort of say that and not come across like genuine, but I don't think I would be doing this kind of content if that's what I was aiming for. I'd probably be like pressing the F5 key like this and going, "What's up, guys? I'm going to be going to the center of the earth today, and I'm going to do it in 2 seconds without touching my knees." So, that's a terrible example, but like, I'd do something a bit more like heavy on the craziness, and I'd be a bit more crazy, I say flamboyant, but a bit more enthusiastic. But like, this content is just the perfect content for me. I've had a long day, and I want to unwind, and I know a lot of people love to just unwind with other people. And even though I can't hear you guys and I can't see your comments immediately, if one person watches this and sticks it on for half an hour of their day, and they kind of end the day going, that was nice to just listen to someone. I've actually got to go to land. I don't know if anyone worked that one out just then, but whilst I was talking, I literally couldn't find some cobble. I kept getting this weird block I'm holding right now, the granite, which is one of the things I would argue I don't particularly like about this mod, because it's made it so that there's other blocks in the ground. Obviously there should be other blocks in the ground because it helps give some variance, right? But it meant there I couldn't just dig down and get some stone. It was none there, apparently. So I've had to go to this little, like, cave and just grab some, because I need some cobble to make some tools to continue doing that build. I like the idea of just destroying this, and we're going to let the sea salt water mix with this, like, cool little pond that probably had a bunch of fish in it. Now they're all dead because I've completely, like, mucked up the water and, like, the system. So that's just what I've done, and I'm going to have to live with that choice, really, and hope that I can sleep at night. Just like I was saying, I'm not here to try and be a famous YouTuber. I'm not here to try and sort of oversell myself. I am just me. I am Citrusy. Obviously that's not my real name, but I'm just a guy in my mid 20s. Oh, a thunderstorm. That is really cozy. Whoa, hold on. This lighting is not normal. This is so dark. Can anyone even see right now? Hold on. I don't even know if people can see. This is so dark. Well, this is crazy. Oh, I feel bad for my dogs. Where's Amy? Amy? I can barely see you, Amy. Come on. And the other one, I don't know the name of this one either. Come on. Oh, dear. Oh. No, stop giving him blocks. I want... Oh, whatever your name is, you can stay out there. Come on. Oh, Amy. Where is Amy? I don't know. What are you doing? Get in. Now. Oh my god. Most disobedient dog. There you go. Great job. Oh, it just shook its coat. Thank you, Amy. Okay, Amy's next to the bed. I haven't got favourites, as you can see. I definitely didn't leave the other dog that is completely unnamed right now out in the rain. Okay. Let's keep an eye out for creepers. I think there could be some this time. That was a dangerous thunderstorm there. That was quite cool. Quite cosy. Sorry, nameless dog. That dog's going to remain nameless until one person in the comments names them for me. That's all I need, is one person, and if that takes 10 episodes, it takes 10 episodes. This is nameless dog until one person names them. And I'll take the first suggestion I see as well. Just quickly, before I go back to ranting or anything along those lines, I want to thank anyone who's subscribed to me. I mean, I was just saying about how, like, you know, being a big YouTuber is not important to me, but again, I respect anyone that chooses to watch this, and if you subscribe because you want to potentially keep up with this series, then again, I'm massively thankful. Honestly, no one needs to subscribe to me, no one needs to follow me, but if you do enjoy this, then I'm here, and I promise you I intend to try and do this for as long as possible, and I might try other video games at some point. I think I've mentioned before I want to play a game called Keep Driving. I'd love to film any other games that are like kind of calm and just nice evening games, and I've got loads I could play. I love games, I love gaming, and I've been doing it since I was probably like 4, and I'm, you know, we can talk about that in a bit, about sort of people's first games. But yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone that subscribed, and people that are commenting as well. I've had people commenting like about the ultra wide, I've had people commenting about like what I'm doing, and that even when I claim that I'm a terrible Minecraft player, you know, there's no such thing as a bad Minecraft player, etc. And you know, these kind of comments are they will get me through a long week, you know. When I was having a bad week at work last week, I was genuinely looking at these comments and going, wow, there's some people that actually like watching this, and to even quote me means I know they watched at least you know, 15 minutes of the video, and I think, wow, thank you for even listening to me for 2 minutes, because I do ramble, and I'm very aware. That's why I cut these down so much. So again, just a thank you to anyone that's subscribing and following along. I think polished stone makes the most sense for this roof, just to match that, I guess. I don't know what kind of stairs there are in this game. So we've got cobble, we've got that. Is there polished stone stairs? There isn't. So I'm assuming you can only make polished stone brick stairs, yeah. I think we'll do that. I would like a darker roof. I don't think I'm going to find one, just based on the sort of limitations of this mod. You know, they can't have everything, so I'm not going to make them try and force like something else. So let's just go with okay, that's annoying. Oh, we're gonna need so much stone, aren't we? Well, we've got a bit here. Okay. So so as I was saying, I'm gonna have to take the plunge. Let's just see how this looks. I bet this has a stair variant. We're gonna try both. Oh, you know, I do kind of like this more. It looks a bit more unique for a roof, whereas this looks a bit too sort of pristine. Yeah, we're going to go with this. It's darker as well. Well, that's a stroke of luck that we've actually managed to find this one just by pure coincidence whilst I was clicking through there. Let's put these away for a minute. Let's just get some space in this inventory, because this is absolutely getting full up and it's kind of driving me insane. I like this as a potentially decorative block. Like, ooh, okay, well that wasn't the intention. I want to put plants outside. That's terrible. Silly me. What was I even thinking there? We'll just I don't know, we'll do that. Kind of looks like flowers, you know. It's meant to be stone, but it looks a bit like sort of like petals in the ground. We'll keep that. There's one thing I've always been, is a bit of like I don't say a public speaker, but I have always liked to talk, and I do the most terrible, embarrassing things. Like I will play a game and talk as if I was streaming it, but I'm not streaming it. I'm not even filming it. And I just thought to myself one day, I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I pretending as if because I want to be I want to film myself. I used to do it all the time. I've got another YouTube channel that no one will shall ever know, where I used to film Let's Plays all the time when I was about 15 and younger. And then I just stopped one day. And when I stopped, I realised sort of I was missing something that I used to do, and I never brought it back. I just stopped making videos, and I stopped talking like to an audience, and I used to have 200 subscribers on that channel probably. So in about 10 years I got like 200 subscribers. I was, you know, a very young squeaky kid, so I didn't really think, I think I sort of knew deep down I wasn't ever going to have like a big following, but I just did it for the hell of it, and I loved every second of it, you know. I used to come home from school, I used to do videos where I'd record like Call of Duty, and I would like stack my cameras on top of like a bunch of CD cases, and I'd put like a video camera, like an old video camera you'd hold in one hand, you know, and I'd aim it up and I'd record terrible gameplay of me playing COD, and then I had like gameplay of like Minecraft, and I did like a series on BioShock Infinite when that came out. That's how long ago I did this, and yeah, it was a good time being a kid. A good time, very careless, you know. You just film these things in the summer holidays, and nothing mattered genuinely. Now life is a bit more like, you know, you got this to do, you got this to pay, and you really, as they always say, you really don't know that you're living it. You're living the best life until it's gone. And I'm sure I'll be saying that about this. The fact that I'm even able to sort of sit and play a bit of Minecraft in an evening after work, that's probably something to be grateful for. So let's be positive. That is a grateful thing here. I wanted to stream at one point, and I think that was a bit of a I don't say pettiness, but that was, I think, me trying to sort of be like, oh, should I try and, you know, make it big and do big things? Because streaming, I feel like you can stream for fun, but it's a lot more dedicated. Like, I can't just do it for like an hour in an evening. You've got to sort of stream for like 2 to 3 hours straight, and like try and actually get some good content and like have a good audience eventually. Let's have a look. It's a bit bulky, but I do like the colour. I think this is looking alright. But yeah, you need to sort of like properly build like an audience eventually with streaming. You can't just do it quickly, and I feel like streaming's harder because I think you've got to have a really strong a really strong mindset to stream, because you've got to essentially start streaming and you're talking to no one, and you know, for potentially over an hour you might have not a single person join the stream, you might not have a single person comment, and you might do that for weeks on end. You know, for several weeks in a row, you start your stream, you say hi guys, and I'm going to be playing this today, and then someone joins and you go, oh hello, how you doing, and then they leave and they don't say anything to you, and you go, okay, well that's another person gone. Honestly, I don't think I could do it. The mental toll, you have to sort of like have a bit of a backbone, you know, to sort of put up with like people coming and going and no one's interacting with you, and just stick it out a bit longer, and you know, maybe one day you might have a bit of a following. I'd love to stream one day, but I think for me, I prefer these videos because I can make them in my own time, I can talk to no one, and then potentially no one watches it, and that's also fine. But at least it doesn't happen whilst I'm there, because I think if I was streaming and I could see no one was watching me, I'd sort of just be, it'd be so easy for you to just want to turn off that stream, you know, oh, F this, I'm gonna close the stream and just go play games with my friends instead. And that's a big thing as well as a streamer, you've got to be quite antisocial, and I don't mean that in like a negative way. Streamers can be social, trust me, I'm aware, but like, to stream for 3 hours alone, you have to essentially allow yourself to just sit alone and talk to no one. And if obviously if you get a following of, let's say, 5 people, then great, because you can just stream and sort of talk to these 5 people, and that's good. That's a nice little starting ground, I think. But if you don't have anyone following you, you are just talking to yourself for hours on end. Whereas at least when I film these, I film them usually really late at night. So for example, right now it's past midnight. I do have work tomorrow, but it's I work from home, so I can take liberties on when I go to bed and still get a good night's sleep. Also, I don't take these sleep for long anyway. I like 6 hours, 7 hours sometimes. So I'm aware I can stay up for a little bit longer and just keep it sort of doing this. Usually every friend of mine is in bed by now, or you know, not online playing games. And even more so is like, what kind of games on a, you know, Tuesday night are you actually going to be playing with your friends? Like, I don't know, that obviously you could do something big, but for me it's sort of like, I'll wait till Friday to sort of really kind of join the friends on Discord, and like we have a good chat and a game, and you know, have a fun time. Oh my days, this is getting a bit painful now, sort of going back and forth. Should I look for coal over there? That's a bit of a fun adventure. My boat has somehow drifted just over there. I don't know how it's got there. Probably one of these squids has like hit it. I think one of the other things that got me to start sort of recording myself again was I'm sort of acknowledging that around my age now is around the time when a lot of people actually started doing their like Minecraft content back in the day. If you've ever watched like the Yogscast, you know, the classic sort of Minecraft creators, they started this like, I think Simon, if you know Simon, was probably like, I think early 30s, and Lewis was like 27, I want to say. And so I'm sort of around that age. Again, I'm not going to say specific my specific age, but I'm around an age where I thought it's about time, you know, I started trying to just be a bit creative again, trying to do things that I want to do and put myself out there and see if anyone enjoys it. And yeah, I finally got that push. I don't know what really did it, but something did. I think I have to put it down to my fiance, because I am engaged to someone, and she does TikTok videos, and she does them again for herself and no one else. And she has a good amount of followers, and she loves it. And I saw her doing those, and I was like, wow, I'm jealous. I kind of want to do that again. I want to be creative. I used to love doing creative things, and it's been so long, and so here we are. I guess I can put her down as the inspiration for me making this series and getting back into this. I'm not finding any coal. There's got to be coal here. This is a really cool generation. Oh my days, I almost fell right down. This has definitely been one of the more uneventful episodes so far. I'm not doing as much because I'm just building, and I would love to cut the building down more, but I told you, just as I just mentioned, like I don't play much of this in an evening. Like I'll probably film like an hour and 20 worth of content, and then I'll sort of stop playing, because We're in the summer now as well, so it's so hot. Like my office where I play like games or where I work is on the 3rd floor of my house. It's really, really warm, and this computer is like chucking out heat right now, and I can't have my fan on because it makes too much noise whilst I'm recording. So I'm genuinely right now like baking. You know, I should have really built my house in a desert on here, because then I could have actually practically lived it, and I would have probably been able to like immerse myself, because I would have been. I would honestly not be surprised if right now I'm sweating. It's genuinely that hot, and in England, houses aren't designed to let heat out. They're designed to keep heat in, because in England it's usually cold. So houses are designed to try and keep the heat in as much as possible, which is great during the winter. But in the summer, and the summers are getting hotter, could be global warming. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it could be global warming. And because of that, well, when the summers hit and we get these really hot days, it's dreadful. And the heat is sitting here and it's not going anywhere. And I had the window wide open. Look at that house. Actually looks really nice. I'm happy with that. My plan is to try and get this house near finished before I finish this episode today. So I'm going to do a supercut now, I think, where I quickly build this house and get it finished, because all I'm going to do now is stack the roof, and I know for a fact that if I do that whilst talking about my life or games or whatever, I'll do it 10 times slower because I get distracted so easily. So I'm going to smelt some more of this stone, which we've got here. We haven't got enough coal. There's plenty of coal there. Okay, I think we have enough stairs to make this work, but let's keep that smelting. I'm going to get this house built. I think the sun is going down, isn't it? Soon. I'm going to get this house built as quick as possible, so that I can potentially end this episode with some sort of milestone achieved, and then maybe next episode we can do some decorating inside. And so quick pause in my building. I just discovered that stairs do not, well, I also just broke my pickaxe, which is a pain. Stairs do not bend in this mod pack, which obviously was a thing of beta, but I thought maybe because of all the other things they've done, that's like kind of life quality of life stuff, they would have added that, but they haven't. So it's nice. It keeps things kind of retro, but at the same time, damn, does that annoy me, because that's going to make this build a bit of a pain. I mean, I'm pretty sure you couldn't put stairs upside down like this, so they added that in, but they didn't add in the bending stairs. Just a bit of food for thought there. You can only sleep at night or during thunderstorms. What are we calling that then? Sunset? There's another wolf. It's got a squid ink, I think, in its mouth. Okay, that'll do. I think that's a solution. If we just put a full block in there, it kind of works. Come on. Oh my. Oh. Oh, okay, that's absolutely mental. That is three misclicks in a row. This game is trying to make me like turn it off. I'm gonna fall. You know what? I'll take the L. I can't be bothered. We're taking the L. I'm really struggling to place these blocks. Like, I want to place like that. I want to do that, but like right here, it's saying like it's kind of clashing. And then if I do that, it goes too high. Something about the building, I've got like something turned on clearly, and it's really, it makes the building a bit tedious. Lovely. Oh, I'm so terrible at building. It's crazy. I probably, all I had to do to build this differently and better would have been to put like dirt scaffolding around the edge, but instead I've just done this awkward like clambering around the side of the house, and it's just resulted in many falls. I would not be a good like Cow wants to get involved. I would not be a good like window cleaner in real life, because I would just probably fall to my death within like 2 days of me starting. Damn it. I just couldn't do it right, could I? Ow. Oh. You know how like YouTube is often like, Minecraft YouTubers anyway, when they're like doing these sort of like builds, they'll cut like really fast, like as if they're like really good at building. And I'm not saying like they're trying to lie, but like it looks more impressive when you sort of have this real kind of neat, fast cut of you building, basically. I think when I do this, I'm going to fast cut every time I just fall off and hurt myself, and it'll be a nice compilation of Steve going, "Ooh." And I'm just gonna show that, because honestly, it's a testament to my like lack of skill that I repeatedly fell off this house, and I'm still going to many, many more times. One. Now this is ugly, isn't it? I don't like that. I don't know how to fix it. There isn't much I can do. I'm going to leave it for now. It's the only part where that happens and I can't do much about it. That one I could put a block, but this one I can't. Well, perfectly timed with the music ending there. I've finished the roof, and that is sort of the majority of the build done. I believe it's sort of going to just be some decorating now, but now I could make a ceiling room, but it would be very tiny. It'd be like here, and I don't know if I want to do that, but then this is quite ugly how it is, so I will have a think about what I want to do that. But what we have right now is a really nice base. I'm really liking the space, lots of room. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. That's good there, look at that, that's beautiful. I actually really like the colours, you know. Now this room upstairs isn't as enclosed as I would like it to be for a bedroom, but I'm gonna go against my usual, and I'm going to allow this upstairs to remain open plan for now, until I think of anything else. Crafting table can go there, and then the furnace can go next to it. Cool. And we'll make a new chest. I would like a white chest, and that's not even a chest, that's a crafting table. And I haven't got enough birch, of course. Oh well. Yeah, that's better. Cool. Sun's going down soonish, so we're going to end it here. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, do whatever you like. And yeah, I'll see you next time.